There's something rotten in the state of Istanbul. Over 100,000 free roaming dogs and cats have taken over the city.
Jeg stopper dig lige der. Det bliver for teatralt. Det er ikke Hamlet, vi laver jo.
Welcome to Istanbul, where humans and animals are equal. Jeg ved ikke, hvad jeg skal sige efter det, efter de bor sammen. One city, 100,000 dogs and cats in Istanbul. Hvad fanden skal vi så have? Altså, hvad fanden vil du så have?
Istanbul, a city of almost 15 million people, a historical and cultural center for centuries, and the meeting point between Eastern and Western society. A modern metropolis that still maintains a unique and strangely archaic relationship with free-roaming street animals. Me and Matthias, two exchange students from Denmark, has traveled down here to delve deeper into the subject and learn more about Turkish culture and mentality.
Så jeg tror, den kører. Jamen, videodagbog nummer 1.
Yeah, it was quite a shocking sight, I would say, like when we came here from Denmark. It was nothing like we've ever seen back home, like the city being so crowded with people, first of all, but also animals like running everywhere in the street.
Yeah, just a metro trip here through the landscape, really.
Yeah.
You can like kind of spot the sites where the animals just like roam free.
Yeah. I'm not one to like use the word scandalous like very easily, but that could be,
this might be
applicable here.
Yeah, I think so too.
To get a more nuanced view on the subject, we took to the streets to seek out the locals' opinion on the situation with the animals.
Do you think that the dogs and cats who live on the streets in Istanbul is a problem, or do you think it's a good part of the city?
Of course, they are not a problem. They are lovely. They are part of Istanbul, and I am so glad to see them.
I think the most of the animals are marked in their ear. Maybe they are supervised. There is a surveillance about the animals.
We have a common air, we have a common ground, and we have a common the other things, because the animals has right the share of this common things.
The general open and caring attitude towards the animals in Istanbul is reflected by the many volunteer organizations trying to rid the animals of diseases and ensure their well-being.
Well, we help animals in several ways. Firstly, every year we have some traditional activities.
We did charities. The money that we get from there, we just visit shelters.
In fact, for shelters, we gone last year with a vet. They took care of the animals in the medical ways.
I have to say that seeing animals in the street is something beautiful, because when I visited the other countries, for example, Germany or Italy, I never see a cat or a dog in the streets. For example, in Istanbul, there is many shelters, but none of them is very qualified.
And also, when we discriminate the animals from our society, from the humans, we make the problem bigger, in fact.
For example, a child just love a dog, a kitten, and parents just took it, and a few years later they just get bored and they just release it to the street. If we want to control this, we have to change people's mind.
Like people have a very different attitude towards the animal compared to what we first thought. That actually people are quite glad to have them around and like feeding them in the streets and like kind of taking care of them actually.
Yeah, I can't really get into my head that in 21st century, like a modern big town, there's like free roaming dogs and cats, and like I don't think that should be a part of what a modern city should look like. But down here, I mean,
yeah, it's
really
just normal.
That's just normal.
Having learned more about the subject, both from the viewpoint of the general public and more organized initiatives, me and Matthias decided to seek out the famous animal sanctuary, Machka Park, to get a more intimate connection with the animals.
A task that caused some unforeseen complications.
Er det meningen, jeg skal?
Ja, prøv at lukke en af kattene hen, Mathias. Har du ikke et eller andet, du kan give den?
Penge eller hvad?
Mathias, det går, altså vi laver en dokumentar om dyr, det går ikke det der, at du slet ikke kan kommunikere med dem eller noget. Så, kom, sådan Mathias, nu er det nu.
Hvad skal jeg gøre?
Det er nu, Mathias! Ja. Jeg tror ikke, det bliver bedre, vel?
Okay. We are standing here in the cat park, the safe haven for all cats and dogs. They have really taken over this place, and it's really they are really present. Let me put it that way. Just a minute before we recorded this, I was attacked by a cat.
Get to their eye level.
Be more on level with the animals. Like get in there. Hi. Look, this is because I understand their nature now. I understand how they think. So now he's taken akin to me as well and started to understand how I think.
Jeg synes heller, vi skal fokusere på, at den kun har et ben, og jeg synes, det er der problemet ligger på en eller anden måde.
Jamen, det kan godt være, at den har kun et ben, Mathias, eller mangler et ben, men den har jo et helt hjerte, for eksempel. Så jeg synes bare, at dit fokus er sådan lidt underligt, at du ikke...
For mig at se, så er det bare lidt en opgave, det her.
Real quick, just me. I just have to say that this project has really... Nils has really become very naive about it, I think. I was not going to engage myself in this. And I think we're heading that way now. And I'm really disappointed with yeah, it's just prøv bare lige vinklerne og sådan noget.
Okay. We were at the cat park yesterday, at the animal sanctuary, you could call it.
Yeah.
And it was really, really interesting and kind of mind-opening to see, to be in their habitat and kind of feel the things that they feel and really engage with them.
Yeah, we really, or you mostly, but we really went out there,
Really I really went out there. And
you got on that level.
Yeah,
we got some good footage. If we can use it, I don't know if we can use it.
I'm pretty sure it will be like the kind of the centerpiece of our documentary.
Yeah,
in some ways.
Will you stop the recording?
Yeah. Okay, diary. Matthias is being really messed up, and I'm kind of afraid that he's gonna ruin the whole film. He's completely he doesn't care anymore, and he just want to turn it in. It's just a school project, and yeah, I don't know. It really sucks by now.
It's okay. No, thank you. No, thank you. Hvad så? Hvorfor skal vi museet?
Jeg har lavet en aftale med en i sådan et shelter. We had to finish the project somehow.
I thought we already finished it.
We don't really have an ending to the movie. Kan du sige det sådan til et kamera måske? At jeg har...
Nu skal vi derhen, eller?
Ja, eller sådan at jeg overtaler dig til, at vi skal komme derhen.
So apparently, we are going to a dog sanctuary now, and this is gonna be like this final thing in our movie. Yeah, I don't know if I'm really prepared for this. I'm quite nervous. Just got this information, but yeah, let's see. I hope my clothes don't get too dirty because
your what?
My clothing. I don't know if.
Men ikke bare.
It's just a wash, I guess, but still.
BU Paws in Bebek isn't an animal shelter in the way that people can come and drop off their sick or unwanted pets for care. Instead, the place functions as a safe haven for a group of around 70 local street dogs who are being fed, walked and nurtured by a group of passionate volunteers.
Turkey, there is a kinder, more gentle culture with people trying to feed and care for the street dogs. So I was fascinated at how they were not at the total will of a master. Because my only relationship with dogs, were as pets. Come on, Angela, choke shishman kopek. I pay attention to him, I give him some good treats, and then I head down the way.
The walk through the area inspired further reflections on the subject.
De er jo ikke kæledyr som sådan. Det er jo sådan et andet forhold, man har med dem. Det kan også være, at det er måske lidt det, vi har misforstået os i den proces her. Altså, det er jo ikke, det er jo gadehunden, som man prøver at redde. Det er jo ikke en ven.
Der er en hund, der bor herinde, åbenbart.
He's the old dog.
Yeah, he's getting ready. He's driven around, put on the green grass in the middle of the campus. And again, he's got a house.
He's not in pain or like suffering like that last time of his life.
I would say he is, personally.
Yeah.
But
so just another way of seeing it, another culture.
Right.
Fik den helt ondt i maven der. Og bare...
Vildt nok, han lå sådan helt som et menneske, ikke? På sengen der.
Som sygeseng, og så kommer Abed, eller hvad han hedder, Amen, han kommer så ind sådan, og nærmest kniber en tåre der. Ja, der kan du altså...
Det er et helt andet forhold, til, som vi slet ikke er vant til derhjemmefra.
Han holdt den i poten. I kid you not. De lader virkelig bare naturen gå sin gang.
Ja.
Det er måske egentlig meget smukt på en eller anden
måde. They're human beings. They're not putting themselves above. These animals are every much an equal sentient being as you are. Or I am.
Can I try to walk this dog? Like just holding on for a second? Because I think he's manageable.
Oh, he is. He's totally good.
Yeah. Look at me, Neil.
He's a little bit of a polar. We're here on an equal plane with these animals, and they have every right to exist, to live, to be fed, to be sheltered as we do. You may say, oh, this is Muslim world. They're evil, they're killers, but they're not. So I kind of want to say it's maybe unique to Istanbul. That Istanbul keeps keeping on. Like for example, I was here during the coup. I've seen stuff happen to people, and Turks just keep going. The dogs just keep going, just keep on going.
Through our journey in Istanbul and our investigation into the subject, we have learned more about society and a mindset that in many ways is far from our own.
We will soon go back to a more secure, orderly and stable world. A world that doesn't tolerate thousands of wild animals running free. Leaving Istanbul, we will, however, also leave a society that is defined by diversity and openness.
And in a way, I think that our society could learn a lot about how we should treat our fellow humans from the way that the Turkish treat their animals.
Det er skide godt sagt til dig, Mathias.
Hej du spillemand, vil du sige mig med det samme? Og vær ærlig, for jeg mener, hvad det du? Når vor Herre slukker livets flamme.